I was 5. I think my mother saw a horoscope person who said I was going to be an actress. I think I heard that. So that was always, I had heard it early, but I was always just one of those precocious kids doing weird things, like, like getting up for a nap, but knowing I didn't take a nap. So I put on like a scarf, a veil, and a brownie hat of my sister, so my mom wouldn't see, like crazy stuff, like always crazy stuff. And then trying to do, I do little plays in school instead of having to do assignments and, this kind of stuff. And I think my big break, I mean, I did plays and I did different things, but I think I got my first guest starring, like real guest starring big thing was on a Father Murphy episode. And I think that was where I felt like things were rolling. I had done other things, but that's when it felt like I was on my way. And you, Stephen?
Well, I'm pretty sure I got the acting bug when I was a little boy, maybe 4 or 5 years old, and I watched the Mickey Mouse Club.
You got very sidetracked.
Huh?
You got really sidetracked because you really didn't do anything about it till like your 20s, right?
Yeah. It was the Mickey Mouse Club. Just seeing those kids.
I don't think that show was on when
little kids like me singing and dancing and being in little skits, and I just thought, God, I really want to do that. And the musical variety shows that were on TV that were in my grandpa's house when we lived with them when I was a little kid. All of those shows, I thought, God, I just want to get up there and sing and dance and do all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So I had the bug then, and a lot of things happened, and I didn't do anything about it for quite a while, and then I was going to be a monk for a while, and that acting was
crazy. That was a crazy sidestep.
Yeah, but I eventually got around to it. Big break. God, did I ever have a big break? I don't know. I got some jobs, guest starring jobs, and those weren't really big breaks. They're just guest starring gigs, but fun. I think Days of Our Lives was the biggest break that I had because it was a steady job. I had 2 little kids to support. So that was my big break.
I think it must have been a commercial or something, maybe. Or a play. I mean, I started in the theater very, in the beginning. I started in the theater was, it kind of all together about maybe. My first real job was at Taco Bell, and I think one of my first commercials was Taco Bell. I made Full Circle. Full Circle.
I don't remember my first audition, but I think I remember the first one where I felt like I really nailed it, and I got the job. And that was The Zoo Story, Edward Albee play. Hmm.
I remember Stephen, and the lady who was teaching us, and we actually learned our dialogue and then sat with her and learned sign language to our dialogue. So it wasn't like we fluently spoke sign language. We learned actually what we were saying. And Stephen was kind of like this, and she said, that's great. Leave it like that. Leave that frustration in there and do it like that. So he did, and it was great. Yeah. But we had a great lady who sat with us every day and taught us our exact dialogue.
Yeah, she was great. Yeah, no, it wasn't easy. It was hard.
It was not easy.
But my daughter Vanessa has a great facility with languages. She speaks, she teaches bilingual school, and she speaks French. She learned Russian when she was working in a restaurant for 3 months. So she learned ASL, and when my grandkids were born, she communicated with them through sign language.
That's big.
And it was amazing to see how much a 4-month-old baby understands, because they could sign everything.
Yeah.
And communicate. It was amazing. Anyway, it wasn't easy for me. Yeah, I called Ron Carlivati up and I said, hey man, I'm really bored with this patch dude. Can you do something about
it? He did.
And what happened? He threw Stefano
at. He did not. To me,
we're not bored. Like it's all about who you're working with, who you're opposite.
Yeah.
You only get bored when you're with boring people and
You
boring.
can get bored with the story, but I never get bored with the character. I mean, it's such a part of my life.
I think the writers can get bored and they can just write the same stuff over and over again. That's why I was actually grateful for what Ron wrote, you know, the Stefano thing. It was a huge twist. And I mean, it was, at first I thought that's really out there. How is this going to work? And then the more I got into it, the more I enjoyed it. And it was, I think it's what we needed. We needed to break it up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's great. It's like cousins. I mean, we love it when we get together. We're all like, oh my God. Like Missy and I now, between the two, she has two kids that are pregnant. And then I have, you know, these three grandkids and Steven's got his. And so we're all heading into this other area, but we all knew each other before we had our own kids. So, well, not Steven, actually, he had little kids, but still, it's just fun. It's a circle of life, which I love anyway, but all of us are just totally into it and into each other's situation.
Yeah, it's great because that's the thing about soaps. You work with people for so many years. You get to know them and you're comfortable.
They're family. They really are family.
Family and, you know, it's just fun. It's fun to go to work and see those people you've known for so many years.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all really, really fine actors too.
Mm-hmm. And everybody gives it, and we're all from the same sort of era, you know, of coming on the show and work hard. I mean, I think all of us have an incredible work ethic from that group that was there in the 80s, I think. I can't wait, but gosh, you know, all of Hollywood is closed down. I haven't heard of one thing going back yet. So that's just huge. And I don't know where we fall in that. I don't know. I have no idea.
The last day we were at work, they had a scene. I had a scene with, maybe I can't say who, but somebody I had to hug. And this is when this whole thing started. It was going on. It had been going on for maybe a week or two. And I was reluctant to hug this person. And now if we go back now and with all the knowledge that we have, how do you have any love scenes? How do you kiss a person? How do you hug?
Yeah, I think it's just talking.
How do you have any scenes that you aren't
just talking and standing apart from each other?
6 feet apart? We, you know, soaps, a lot of it is standing around just talking heads anyway. So just separate us, put the camera on and do the scenes, I guess. I don't know how it's going to work. And these places have to be disinfected. I mean, the studio we work in, unfortunately, it's one of the filthiest places on earth. And it always has been.
Well, they've been there a long time. It's dusty.
Yeah. So, you know, that needs to be disinfected and hosed down for sure. I don't know if it's going to it's not going to happen soon. I'm sure of that.
You know what? If Days should do like some of these other shows are doing with, you know, like Parks and Recreation or whatever, but they should just get the whole cast and we do something or whatever. They should do something like that. It'd be fun.
Doing something like that on GH, aren't they? They're getting together and
I don't know.
Doing some skits or something.
I don't know.
Well,
okay, let's go to the next question because my back.
It.
I don't have a back to my seat, and my back is really starting to hurt.
Why don't you get a chair, baby?
What? Because I'm on my couch.
Oh, honey.
Ugh.
Okay. You'd be here for a while.
Okay. I got a different. Going out to dinner.
I don't care where I go. I just want to be with them. I want to get everybody. I want to have a family reunion at my house.
I don't need to go that far.
I'd like to have everybody. We've done a few of these calls, you know, and this technology isn't always reliable, so it's a little weird. But I would love to just get together with them, just be with them.
Yeah. I'd like to get a haircut.
Go anywhere.
My hair is completely out of control. I'd like a haircut.
Go to Hawaii. Let's have a little trip.
I'd love to go to Hawaii.
How about it, Marybeth? Should we plan it?
Oh, that would be great.
2 families, Hawaii. Let's do it.
That'd be nice.
If they say we're going back to work in a month, let's make a plan to do the Hawaii thing before. Are you in?
So I don't know about flying for a while.
Oh,
Airport's dirty.
I know. If you're careful, you're okay.
Okay. All right.
God.
Be a good, honest person. Jeez Louise. How about that? Tell the truth. Be
That's,
kind.
and I'll add to that, be in the moment. Care for everybody. Care for everybody who crosses your path. Think about what they need before you think about what you need. Because this is where the world is going. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all of us now.
Yeah.
The
I know
kind
my
of feeling
grandson
that,
born. I have two grandkids were born in 2020, the year of the COVID. I mean, year of the pandemic. I mean, that's a pretty crazy thing to, for the rest of your life. I was
yeah.
born in the year of the pandemic.
I'm going to start driving better too. I'm going to tell my grandkids
Well,
now.
I need to drive better out of my driveway.
Not to be an
My
A.
two crashes were in my driveway.
You got Mary Beth. Like Danny driving the car, backing car out when he's 3 years old.
I know. Disaster.
You know,
No and no. The
no,
only thing I get is from the Patch and Kayla Instagram. That's the only place I get any idea of any scenes that have happened. I don't watch it. No one I know watches it.
you're probably
My
smart.
mother watches it.
I remember what show was it? I think it was Young and the Restless. I said, I don't want to watch. A casting director said, why don't you watch? Don't you want to see if it's working? Well, you might have a point there.
No, I know. There are people on our show who do that. I like it better this way than this way.
Yeah, it's
I like to just give it. If I see it, I may
very smart.
think differently or think I
There
look
are a lot of
old.
actors who say they've never seen any of their movies or any of their work and
Yeah.
those stories. I think it's a good way to go, but I don't know. I'm so self-critical. If I watch myself,
Also, it's a time issue. Like when normally we're doing it, then we're home learning it for the next day. I mean, there's no time normally, but no, although a lot of people are running, a lot of people have been telling me when I see them in the 6 feet away on the street that they're home now and they're seeing the show a lot. So that's kind of fun.
right. And if somebody says, hey, I liked the stuff you did the other day, whatever, I'm interested in looking at it to see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Oh, I like those lemon ricotta pancakes I made on Mother's Day. I'm telling you, that recipe, everybody. I put it on my Instagram. Everybody should make it. That was so incredibly delicious. And I actually have blueberry bushes here at my house that were here when I moved here, and I use those. But make that. I don't know what else I don't know. Whatever my inspiration.
Lemon something. Where are the blueberries?
Lemon ricotta pancakes.
What about the blueberries?
Delicious. I got the blueberries off my bushes in my yard.
You put blueberries in the lemon ricotta pancakes? Oh,
Delicious.
okay.
Gotta do it. Look at my Instagram. You can make them. The recipe's on there. So good.
My wife will like those. She loves lemon.
Okay.
No, actually, I pretty much finished the honeydew list. So this is my own thing now. And then once in a while, she'll say, what about that over there? And I call myself the eyesore doctor. If there's something around the house, in the house, outside, that's been bugging me forever, I call it's an eyesore. It's something I just cannot stand to look at when I pass by. So I tick those off my list. I fix those things. And pretty soon the house will be just pristine if we have more time at this. But no, she does give me some things, but the things I'm doing now, I'm done with her honeydew list. I'm on to my own stuff.
I wish you lived here. I would have you just like the Golden Gate Bridge painting. Like once you stop painting in my house, you could start up again. I love fresh paint. It's my favorite thing. I love construction. I love the sound of sawing, I'm always trying to convince my husband and we can do another project. Love it.
Yeah. Oh, no more blog.
No. Not right now. I have to be inspired. I feel like I wrote like 150 with Mandy's editing, like 150 posts, and I found myself my thrust of my concepts for stories was kind of the same, like reinvent yourself, get yourself up and go, and be a kind person. So I wrote that in every possible way you can, and then I just kind of felt like I think I've covered it. So I might get inspired again, but at the moment I'm doing other things. That's kind of the thing. I did it. It was great. And now I'm doing my grandma thing. And my daughter's over here all the time. So, it just depends. And
I actually did one when we went back in 2006. I called it a plug because it was Patch's log, right?
Okay.
I did that for a while when I
That's
first
fun.
came in. I don't know how long. Do you remember that, Mandy?
I remember that very well.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think about this because I have a few favorite things and none of them go together, but I would have to have all like the things that are decadent that you try not to eat, like Rocky Road ice cream on a white cake cone. I love that. From like a junk ice cream store, not gelato. And that's probably my favorite thing. I get that. When we were going to the movies every Saturday, I often would stop and get that ice cream cone on my way home. And then my husband and I would do like sing along. It's so funny. We had this whole routine. Like then we put on some song. We're both kind of singing, eating our ice cream cones on the way home from the movies. Those are all gone. I'd have to have some really good French fries. I don't know what else, but those two things I have to have.
It's hard to find a good French fry.
And I could even have a chocolate malt to go with that.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be very hungry. Probably say,
No, you're not supposed to think about
I'm
your
about
real
to
thoughts.
die. I'm
About
not
just what's
thinking
your
about
favorite
food.
last minute foods?
I look, I would go for a double apple pan hickory burger
Yeah.
with a
Yum.
with an order of fries that's just slightly overdone, not burnt, but just a
Or
little bit
crispy.
crispy, and with some regular ketchup and
Maybe when we get the word when we can go back out, but we still have a couple weeks before we go back to work and we have to look slimmer. Let's meet at that. Meet at that place. I'll get a burger with you.
Yeah, we've had takeout a couple of times now. They have a whole.
We've gotten takeout from our burger place too.
You stay out on the street and you go up to a little window. And
Yeah, we've done that too. Yum. Not quite the same, but yum.
I don't eat fast food at all, ever. The closest I get is apple pan, but that's all fresh. It's not really fast food. I just don't eat
We
it.
don't really do it either, but I have this new thing that you have the Habit. You know where the Habit is? Do you have the Habit by you?
We have one called a hamburger habit.
No, it's just called the Habit, I think. But they have this grilled chicken sandwich wrapped in lettuce, no bread. That's excellent.
Okay.
That's kind of my new favorite. But I never, with my kids, I never brought McDonald's home for dinner, or we never did fast food like that. And I don't do it myself either.
Peas.
You don't like peas?
Peas and lima beans. No, I cannot.
Love.
I get close to
peas.
vomiting if I taste peas or lima beans.
I'm like that about. I have this thing about cream spinach. It makes me gag. It's like it goes back to my childhood, but I really.
My lima bean thing is from childhood.
Yeah, because they would say like, "Oh no, thank you, double helping." You sit there dry heaving over it. Yeah, no, I can't deal with that.
Peas? No, thank you. No.
I love peas, and I think okra is super creepy, like a hairy vegetable.
I love okra.
See,
It's part of
you're
the
from
Indian
Ohio.
cuisine.
It's not a California vegetable.
I had okra 2 days ago. Lisa made us an Indian meal with tandoori chicken and okra with onions.
Hairy, they're hairy.
Go ahead, Marybeth.
I love to take a hot bath.
Oh.
I love to take a hot bath, especially if I actually have script to learn, because then I am a complete seatbelted in prisoner. I cannot get up and trim a flower or do anything else. But I love taking a hot bath. My favorite.
Wait a minute. You can't trim a flower if what?
If I have scripts to learn, it's the place to go too, because I'm trapped. I can't.
Oh, in the bath?
I can't be, squirrel. I'm going to do that, or squirrel.
No, I don't like baths, and my wife is begging me all the time to get in the bathtub because I have so many aches and pains.
You know what? My husband too, and he didn't want to. And our tub is like a claw thing, and he kind of hangs out of it.
Yeah.
But he really does love it now. Yeah.
I said to Lisa, if you get me in there, I may not get out because it's this giant, deep
Yeah, you have a big
tub, and it's got these arms to get yourself out, but you slip off the arms. I mean, I could kill myself.
Tell her she needs to take a bath with you so she can help you get out.
Oh, we do that. I mean, I'll get in there with her, but not by myself.
Okay, we'll move on. Okay.
Oh,
Total heart. I'm so impulsive like that.
total heart. Head just is lagging
Head,
behind.
yeah, head follows for sure.
Lagging behind.
Mhm.
I'd like to break that eating the sugar every night in front of the TV. I like to break it. I'm on the sugar jag, really. It's bad.
Yeah. No, I love sugar too.
When I don't eat it for about a week, I'm off. I'm fine. But if the minute I eat it, I'm a compulsive person. It's like the cigarettes, you know. If I smoke one, I'm gone. I'm off. If I eat one Trader Joe's chocolate candy, I'm gone.
Yeah, I kind of go through periods where I don't touch that stuff at all either. But then otherwise, then I'm just, like now I have those peanut M&Ms in a jar, and I'll kind of walk by and grab 3, put them in my pocket.
You have those jars sitting out in your kitchen, baby. How do you do that?
Well, I don't. Well, before when it was just regular M&Ms, I never touched it. But once I crossed over and bought the peanut, now it's a problem.
That was our favorite back in the day, huh, baby?
I know it's a problem. I like the peanuts, but
Yeah.
I forgot the question now. What
What's
do we like about ourselves? What we
good
don't like about ourselves?
habit you like and a habit you want to break?
Oh, and I wish I exercised more. I always wish I was more consistent about it. Like I'll be really good about it for a few days, and I'm just sucky for a while, and then I get. But at least I always get back. I always try to catch myself before I cross over to no man's land.
What's your good habit?
I wake up happy. Is that a habit?
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, baby.
I think that's a trait.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Habits.
I don't think I have any good habits.
I don't know. I like a clean house. I have to say I've been cleaning. I'm always cleaning.
Habits are hard to acquire and they're hard to break. So
yeah,
you have to work at getting a good habit going and you have to work at breaking. It's the same.
Yeah.
I do I have any good habits? I don't know. I guess.
You're kind.
What?
You're a good grandfather. You make a real effort to be a good grandfather. That's a habit, I think.
Is that a habit?
We'll put it in that category.
Okay, let's say that. I do keep in close touch with my family members, and especially my kids and my grandkids.
Yeah.
And because, it gets to a point where they don't call anymore. They don't call.
It's the parents' job. It's our job for life. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like some other people I know who
they just kind of disappear.
They just bitch and moan about the kids never.
I hate
call
that.
Them. Call them.
You got to put the effort in as a parent. I have
always. They're not thinking about us. We have to be thinking about them.
Yeah, agreed.
So that's a good habit.
Yeah, good habit. Never have I ever shot anybody. It's funny when people say, "Are you like your character?" I always think, well, I've never been kidnapped. No one in my family's been kidnapped, knock on wood. I've never shot anybody, injected anybody, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Never have I ever broken a bone.
Oh, I have. I broke my arm when I was little. I have a bone.
I know everybody I know has broken a bone, especially when they're little and riding a bike.
That one.
Everybody in my family's got a broken
like that.
bone.
This one's flat.
Never had a broken bone. And it wasn't very funny or entertaining, but it's the truth. Should we go for one more that's entertaining, Marybeth?
Yeah, let's do it.
Never have I ever.
One more question? Okay. All right, this is the last one because I'm hungry now. I got to go eat some M&Ms. I got to go eat some lunch.
Okay. Somebody asked me what the coolest, most amazing thing a fan has ever done for me. I have a list of several people who have done something along the same lines for me. And I would have to say that is supporting my work and my creative endeavors outside of Days of Our Lives in so many different ways, and also contributing money to get, to make the movie.
Really amazing and supportive.
So many.
I had them women that did a baby shower for me when I was pregnant and had like the camera next to the person and knocking on the door and went in, and everybody in this motel had the shower with my picture on the wall, and they sent me all the beautiful presents. People are amazing and generous with their time, their effort, their money. people
And
have a casa that I'm involved with. They have bought these crazy lunches with me with this beautiful donations to casa year after year. I mean, and you know too, with the charities, just amazingly generous people.
yeah,
Not to mention
well,
to put up with us and our stories and our in and out and up and down and da da da.
always put on these events, and they do everything for us. It's just amazing the stuff
Yeah,
that they do.
yeah.
So
Thank you
the
always. Thank
the
you.
answer is so many of you have done so much for us, for me in particular, and Mary Beth, and the two of us with our fan events. We can't thank you enough. We'll never be able to repay you. But
Absolutely.
if there's something you really need and want, you can tell us. We might be able to accommodate you if you just tell
Okay,
us.
everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Stephen, and I'll see you later.
Are you going to go eat?
I'm starving.
What are you going to have?
I think some sliced chicken breast on an arugula salad.
Oh,
That
sounds,
sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah. Followed by 3
Oh,
peanut M&Ms.
can we get it all in? I mean,
Okay.
I don't
All
want
right.
to miss anybody.
Hey,
I don't
file.
want to go, Mary Beth. I want to keep looking at you, talking to
I
you.
love you, honey. I miss you.
You are.
Thanks for
You're
bringing us together, Mandy.
so adorable.